Imagine you've been running for the last 3 hours and you still feel full of energy. You feel like you could be running for the whole day. And you see your family, your friends, all the crowds cheering you on. And you have only 4 miles to go. And that is 3, 2, 1. Yay! You cross the finishing line of your marathon. You feel over the moon. And you can avoid getting a heart attack. That's exactly how I felt a couple of weeks ago when I completed my 24th marathon. But actually, they were not all of them that easy. In fact, my very first marathon took me more than a year to complete. Fellow Toastmasters, dear President, and most welcome guest, it was 2009 when I completed my very first half marathon. I loved it. And I thought, if I was going to do a full marathon, that should be double the fun. So I registered for my first marathon. It was gonna be in Madrid in April 2010. And I trained through the winter, all those freezing cold mornings and those dark evenings. But I could see myself improving, so it was all worth it. And April arrived, and just a couple of weeks before the big day, I went for my longest run, that was 23 miles. And I felt so strong. I felt really good. I knew I was going to make it. But then, after that long run, I felt there was something wrong with my right foot. It felt kind of a bit painful and swollen. But I didn't have any time to think about my foot because the next day it was the wedding of one of my best friends. So I went there super excited with my high heels and I was jumping in the dance floor until past midnight. Oh, and when I got home, that foot was feeling worse and it was more swollen and it was really painful to walk on it. But again, no time to think about that because the next day I had to go to Italy for work. I had 2 really long days because we were recording a new TV ad. At the end of my second day, I just couldn't stand the pain on that foot anymore, and I thought I just can't wait to get home, go to the physio and see what's going on with that foot. So I took a taxi, and as I was getting to the airport, I got a text message. Your flight has been cancelled. This is due to an ash cloud coming from Iceland. Remember? Yeah, we all suffer from it. So I thought, okay, I called my travel agency, what can I do? She said, there are definitely no flights for the next few days, so you better try to go to the train station and see if you have more luck. I thought, from Milan to London? Okay, so I tried. I was there waiting patiently for 2 hours in the queue, limping on my right foot, until eventually I made it to the front of the queue. And I asked them, do you have a ticket for me? They said, no, sorry. Fully booked for today. Try again tomorrow. I thought, well, what else do I need to do if I'm gonna stay here for a few days? Because I was there only for 2 days. I only brought just like not many clothes really. And I thought I need to go to a shop to buy new clothes. But before that, what about I go to the doctor in Italy and see if they can do something for me? So following the recommendation of a colleague, I went to the best doctor in Milan. He took a few x-rays of my foot, no idea what he said, but I do remember at the end, he gave me a pair of crutches, and he did say, no matter what you do, make sure you don't touch the ground with that foot for a few days. Okay, so there I was with my crutches in Milan, found a shop to buy some underwear, because that was the most important thing. Got inside of the shop, tried to squeeze between the people with my crutches, and I saw it said lingerie, so I managed to get there, and it saw that it was pointing downstairs. No, I was not going to make it downstairs. So I thought I'll go and speak to the shop assistant, maybe he can help me. And I asked him, excuse me, I'm looking for some underwear, would you be able to help me? He very kindly and more than excited said, yes, absolutely. He asked me, so how do you want it? I'm like, I don't know, I don't care, whatever. What kind of color? I don't know, whatever one that you like. The price? I thought, I don't really care, my boss is gonna pay for it anyway. So I did actually get those expenses signed, and even though it was the red underwear, don't ask me why this guy decided that it was gonna be red. So there I was with my new underwear, went to the hotel, and the next day I thought, maybe today I'm gonna be luckier. So I went again to the train station with my new red underwear on my crutches, waited for 2 long hours, making sure that that foot didn't touch the ground. I got to the front of the line and I asked them again, and they said, no, sorry, sold out for today, try again tomorrow. And so I tried the next day again on my crutches, and I made it to the front of the queue, and they said, today we have not only 1, but we have 3 tickets for you. 3 tickets? The first one is gonna take you to Switzerland, then you have to go really fast to catch the second train that will take you to Paris, and then in Paris you need to spend a whole night, and the next day you will take the Eurostar that will take you to London. Okay, I'll do it. I won't go into the details. I'll make it to London without my foot touching the ground. I went to my physiotherapist. He looked at the foot, and I asked him, so will I be able to run the marathon? And he said, you will be able to run a marathon, but definitely not in the next couple of months. You twisted your ankle really badly. And what you need to do the first thing is get rid of those crutches, because they are not helping you at all. You need to start walking on that foot. That will help it heal. And then maybe in a couple of months you will be able to run again. I was destroyed. I was so sad after all the effort I had put on that training. And it was worth nothing. But I realized, okay, I'm not running, but I'm definitely walking. And if I'm walking today, I will be able to run one day. And it was so that the year later, I did run my first marathon. And the year after, I ran 2. The year after, I ran 10 marathons. And it was only a few weeks ago that I managed to run my 24th marathon. And what is it that I learned from all of that? Is that sometimes if you think at work, in relationships, you might have a goal, and it does not always work the way you want, when you want. But as long as you're very clear on what your goal is, don't give up, because one day you will make it happen. Thank you.